The first book I'm going to talk about is this one here, Soma Eden. It's a sci-fi story. It's 28 pages long in black and white. I think it cost me €5 to buy. I do love sci-fi, so you know, always interested to pick up books and in that genre and kind of see what take the creators have on it, and what exactly it is they're trying to say in the story. So if I just look at the credits here first, it was created, written and lettered by Ray Roach. The art was by Michael Arbunoth. Cover art by Fiona Bonnywell. Edited by Colin O'Mahony and Kieran Mark Antonio. I suppose on first impressions in this book, I love the cover. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It definitely stood out to me when I seen it. I think I seen it either on a pull-up banner or a poster at a convention. I love that it was black and white. I don't know, I had an air of mystery about it. I like that character design there, the face. Even the title is mysterious. You know, you're not sure exactly what's in store. Another thing that I loved was, if I zoom in here, you'll see there's really nice texture in this image. It almost makes this look like an ancient artifact or something like that. It's just great, yeah. Really nice cover. So definitely off to a good start. I think 2 pages. This is like the second and third page. This double page spread, and it's really nice. You've got this ship going through the cosmos. These smaller 3 panels. It's actually a human and this android character. You know, they're getting back inside the ship. It's pretty cool because actually you can see. I love this type of stuff, where you can figure out the scale. So like if I zoom in, that to me looks like the 2 characters there on the hull, possibly fixing something or whatever. Like, and then up here you have some narration. It's kind of like an information dump, just letting the reader know exactly what's going on. As a personal preference, I actually love stories that just kind of drop you in and you don't know what's happening. But this gives you an idea of what's going on, and it actually says, it kind of explains that this is a colonist ship, and 75 years out from reaching the destination planet, the colonists are woken up, you know, to prepare for the arrival at this planet. And then there's like this interface which is an android. I suppose it's made in human form, kind of, so people can interact with it, like, and I think that's there just to help people and stuff like that, like. But it explains that the android was damaged and a new one has been woken up at the start of the story. One thing I actually noticed, this ship here is really nice, and then when I go to some of the other internal work, it looks like the treatment, it looks like the artist actually treated these vehicles differently to this one here. This, I don't know, this could be a 3D model nearly, or maybe just a lot of time was spent on it. Like the I suppose the perspective is really nice on that. Here even the line work is a bit thicker. Perspective, yeah, it's not 100%, but you know, it's pretty good. Like, I think I would have likened to seeing this treatment all the way through if possible, but look, I don't know, like, exactly what's going on. Sometimes on indie books, artists don't really have a lot of time to get the work done, you know, because they're doing other stuff. They might have a day job or whatever, or just other work going on, like, so it's trying to fit it in, like even, I suppose, even to get a book done in some situations is impressive. Like, you know, there's a lot of artwork to be drawn and to be produced. So I'm not going to be going too hard on any artists for any kind of inconsistencies. This page here, this was actually my favorite page in the whole story. I think the Michael's art is at its best on this page. I like the way it's shaded, like well, you wouldn't call it the color, the gray shading, and it's kind of cool. A lot of comic pages are great. I suppose I really like a comic page when there's a lot of different angles and it moves around and you know, pulls back and zooms in and kind of just gives you a real variation of what's happening in the scene. Like, but with this here, the camera is just, I suppose it's in the exact same spot, and you see the human character taking off his helmet. It looks like there's a depressurization, then there's an exchange. The human is thanking Soma, and then the last panel is cool as well because Soma doesn't even say anything back. It just zooms in kind of on the human's suit, and you can see his name is Sorensen. So it's kind of like one of those show rather than tell moments where we now know what his name is, even though no one actually spoke it. So yeah, I think even the style here, it's pretty polished as far as a style. I think on other pages, maybe when there's more difficult angles and things like that, like, it doesn't look as good. Like, this is definitely, it's almost like this is a look at, I think, what Michael's style at its best looks like. So yeah, good one there. This was my favorite panel in the story. It's really simple. Like, I'd say it probably didn't take long at all to draw, but it's a wide shot here. I love wide shots, and it's Soma walking up this hill. A nice kind of low shot. You've got this vehicle that she's bringing along with her, and then in the background you've got the moon there. Some really nice haze coming off the moon, and it's kind of almost washing out that silhouette on Soma. Lovely. Really like that panel. This here actually, it's kind of, I just put this in because it kind of popped out to me. Like, there's a cool scene after this. Soma gets onto this vehicle, and then there's a bit of an action sequence. It's kind of a wacky vehicle. It's got back wheels but no front wheels. I think it almost kind of hovers at the front. I think that's what I love about comics is like, it's possibly the writer just said the character gets on some kind of vehicle, and then this was down to the artist to design. And you know, it's like I said, it's a bit wacky, kind of, in a way. It doesn't really make sense, but it's cool. Like, you know, I like that. Like, just, yeah, thought I'd throw it in there. This here actually, this, I suppose this is more about, I wanted to compare the lighting in two panels. This one, for example, I really like this. It's Soma sitting in a cockpit. You've got like this haze kind of coming in from the windshield, and it's lighting up her body. Like, you know, it's really effective. But then when I go to this panel, this character, he's firing like a flamethrower, and like, I would imagine the haze from a windshield wouldn't be as intense as a flamethrower, yet none of the kind of cool effects and lighting of that panel were actually used here. So I just wanted to point that out as kind of a missed opportunity. It could have been down to time, and regardless, anyway, it's just an interesting little spot there. This actually I put in, this is a gorgeous kind of full page image. I really like the perspective here. It's great, and yeah, it's kind of like that warped perspective, which is really nice. It always gives that kind of dynamic feel, and it's the characters looking at this mural on a wall, like, and the mural is like inside the spaceship, like, you know, the humans painted it on there, and you can even see it's got its kind of dividing lines, like panels in the background, and I just love that the painting is almost like a different style to the rendering of the main comic. Like, so yeah, nice one on that. That was really cool. The next panel is kind of a spoiler, so I just wanted to throw that out there. If you want to pick this book up and don't want to be spoiled, well then don't look any further. Is really one part of the story that is kind of an idea I hadn't seen before in any kind of sci-fi. It's just I suppose it's a creature design, but essentially when the colonists go down onto the planet, they discover that there's life there, and they're trying to find it, and eventually they do find it, and it's like this gigantic kind of creature with big tentacles that it like lives up in the clouds, and then it comes out of the clouds, obviously attacks their ships and the crew and stuff like that, like but it's kind of, to me, the closest thing I could think of to it would be Dune, the book series and the movie. The way they had the big worms that would come up out of the sand, like, so I kind of like the way this was flipped on its head. Now this isn't a worm, this is actually a lot more than a worm creature, but yeah, just that kind of cool element of a creature hidden, and then it pounces and attacks, comes out of the clouds, was really nice. Nice touch. So yeah, overall this, I really enjoyed this comic book. It was well worth €5. Had a lot of fun with it. It has a gorgeous cover. The interior artwork, Michael is still a developing artist, but I'm definitely going to kind of keep an eye on his work and see where it goes, because definitely I think any artist who wants to put comics together, if they actually get to the point of drawing an entire book and have it out there published and for sale, that's impressive in itself. And then when you add on top of that, like, you know, he's a good artist and is only going to get better. So really looking forward to that, seeing more stuff. Yeah, that's about it. Like, well done. If you like my commentary on Soma Eden, then please give the video a like and subscribe to the page and share this video around with your friends. Yeah, Soma Eden.